Here's a quick demo of MySwimmingTimes. Right after you install it, you can go ahead and open up. The first thing it's going to do is ask you to add a time standard, then add a swimmer, and add races. So this is kind of a one-time thing. You need to make sure you've got a time standard loaded as well as a swimmer before you can start adding races. So if you try to add one of these other items, it'll let you know. So we'll go ahead and add a time standard. So right here it's going to list all the time standards that you loaded on the app. Right now we haven't listed any, so we'll hit the plus sign. You can also hit your menu button and you can see you've got add time standard down here as well. We'll hit the plus. You pick from the list whichever time standard you want to use. In this case I'll pick Iowa, and it isn't doing anything yet. You need to hit add time standard or cancel if you don't want to add it. So go ahead and hit add time standard, and it's going to go ahead and add that time standard to the list. And we'll let it finish up. You can see it's loading all the different times. In this case it's the BB and B and A and Q time for state. There we go. Now you've got your time standard loaded for Iowa. You can load multiple time standards. If you select it, you can actually go in here and pick maybe 9-10 girls. We've got long course meters. You've got short course on here. We'll go to short course meters. And you can see your various time standards. You also have short course yards. And you can see what those are, and you can switch between them. Navigation, you've got an action bar across the top. You can see you got a home button. You can hit that, or you could use your back key to get back. Now again, we can't add race times until we've added some swimmers. So go ahead and add a swimmer. Again, you have your plus sign. You can hit the menu and select add a swimmer there too, either way. From here we will add a swimmer. We'll add Elizabeth and female, and we'll put in a birthday. And it's very simple to use. January 26, 2000. Now here's where you pick your time standard. Now if we loaded multiple time standards, you could switch between them, and you can switch at any point. So if at later you add a time standard, you can go back here to the swimmer and change that time standard for the swimmer, and everything will update as far as their Q times, you know, what sort of time standards they've met. When you're all done, you can hit OK to save it. Now you can see we've got Elizabeth here. You can click on it to go back if you wanted to change the name, change the birth date. You can hit cancel or hit the back key to go back. If you long press on it, you have an option also to edit, which is the same as clicking on it, or you can delete the swimmer. Now from here we can go back to our home, and we can add a race time. We haven't added any race times here yet for her, so we'll go ahead and add one. Again, you can hit the plus sign here, or you can hit the menu and do add race time from below. We'll hit the plus. So here's where you pick whatever race you want to add. Let's say we have a long course meters, 100 meter free. We can set a race time. So let's say it's 33 seconds, 33.01. You can hit reset and retype it if you typed it in wrong. Hit OK or hit cancel to go back. Go ahead and hit OK. It puts it in here. Now you can also pick your race date. Let's say the race was last month. You always remember your last race date that you added. And actually I'm going to pick a little bit better time here so it gives you a better visual. We'll do 132.5. We can see across the bottom for Iowa swimming, which is the time standard we selected for the swimmer, it shows where they're currently at. You can kind of see the progress. 9-10 girls, that's the age group based on the race date and the date of birth that was added. Once we're satisfied with everything, we can hit OK. And now we've added a time. You can see that's a BB time. Let's say we accidentally typed it incorrectly. We can click on it again and edit it. Let's say it really was 130, 130.05. Hit OK. There you go. You can see that it's updated. Now we'll add another time. Again, if you had a different swimmer, you could pick the other swimmer here as well, or pick a different time. Again, you've got long course, short course, meters, and short course yards. I'm going to add a short course yards time, and we'll add, let's see, 111. Oops. 1:11:25. You can see that would give her an A time in 910 Girls Iowa Swimming Time Standards. And you can change the date here, but you can see, remember the date to the last entry that we put in. You could give a description here if you wanted to. Go ahead and hit OK. And there you go. We'll add one more real quick. 1:15. This will be a slower time. We added that time. You can see there's an A time and a BB time. You can see what those times are. And the other thing is, when you go in here and view your times, you can see the best time. So right when the swimmer's racing, you can see what their time is. If you want to go to time standards right from here, you can hit the little time clock. It takes you right into the time standards, so you can see all of them. And you could switch if you wanted. Let's say you want to look at a different race. You could look at those time standards. Hit the back key to go back. If you want to share this score on Twitter or Facebook, you can hit your share button. From there you can pick email, you can do a text message, Facebook, and send out a message. So that is a little demo for you.